right, there's Blas Lorenzo. There he is, just on his own, just sitting there. There he is twice. I don't know. It's going to be a crazy show. It's going to be a crazy show. How you doing, Blas?
I'm good. I feel good. I just got out of the swimming pool, feeling kind of fresh.
Yeah?
So clean.
Yeah, I got the rain going, so we're cooling off here, which is nice. Nice to have rain. I'm getting my roof fixed today. So that's
You're getting
why
your
I
what?
have the rain. Getting my roof fixed. So in the studio where I shoot the show, if it rains, the floor just floods.
You're ready to go.
Yeah, and so of course having a lot of electronic equipment around is really great when you have water flooding the floor. So by the grace of God, I'm getting the roof fixed today as we speak. So if you hear anybody stomping around, that's Vincent fixing the roof.
Now is a good time for that because the rain is going to come. It rained just the other day, remember?
Well,
Weird in LA.
I
It
was
raining.
definitely aware of that as it flooded my
It was humid.
entire place. Yeah. It's been weird.
It was humid,
hasn't it?
My son just got back from Hawaii and he goes, "Why does it feel like Hawaii here?" I said, "Because you're sweating and it's raining."
It is. It's like a sauna. It never is like that. Never humid in LA, except today.
Not. It seems like we're close to the water, but we don't get that humidity like Florida does.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is,
but
we
also,
got the
good to work on your roof.
We got the electrician here today too. So
Ooh.
he's here. Yeah. And so
You know,
that's good.
We should say that we were lucky that we didn't get cut off by those flex alerts. You know what I mean? Those random power outages that they were picking certain territories and stuff to just shut down for a while.
Anything
My house
can
actually
happen.
did.
Really?
Yeah, one evening it did. Yeah, it went off for about 40 minutes.
Anything could happen today. I don't even I have faith that we're going to get through the show. I'm working on my faith. How about you? Do you have faith in things?
Yeah, I do. But like I said to you a couple seconds ago, bring it on, man. Bring on whatever's going to come, man. We'll embrace it and we'll keep pushing, man. Keep grinding, man.
I like that.
I like the way you deal with it when it comes up. You crack me up.
Thanks, man. You got to roll with it.
Happens.
You know what happened last night?
Yeah, I love the way you handle it. I love it.
Last night at 3:00 in the morning, when I'm getting the show ready because I was too pressured to get it ready until 3:00 in the morning, I just finished putting the final touches on it, and my hard drive died. Just died. Holy
Hey, now your hard drive, your internal hard drive, or your external?
My external hard drive, where I have all the media, everything for the show, all the 2.5 years of the show is sitting on this external hard drive that is glued to the top of my computer, goes with me everywhere. Suddenly decided, I'm a little tired.
Oh, you wore her out, man. You put her to sleep, dude.
So, she's been working really hard. So anyway, I lost everything for the show. So this, and then I had to kind of reconstruct it from like 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. and then this morning. But luckily the Seahawks won last night. So I'm in a good mood.
Oh, heartbreaking for Russell Wilson, though. Heartbreaking.
Oh,
man.
God. It was a tough one
that
for
stadium,
him, I'm sure.
Yeah, that stadium, man. There have been some bad decisions in that stadium for him in the last seconds, man. Some coaches, they just make some bad decisions sometimes.
Maybe not there.
It makes him look bad.
Maybe not there. Maybe in the Arizona stadium. Maybe you're speaking of the
Was that the one when
Patriots?
Was that the one when they ran it?
Seahawks. Yeah, no, it's where they didn't give it to Marshawn, but we won't talk about that because we're still on.
Okay. Well, they won last night. They won last night.
Yeah.
They're in first place.
They're in first place. Not sure why, but the feed is not playing on Todd Lee's phone. Wow. We're gonna send a phone technician over to Todd Lee.
Okay, I'm on it.
So today's topics, we have the topic board right here.
Nice.
Today's topics.
Liking that.
Okay, so Matt and Lauren, my cousins, Matt and Lauren Woodworth, and Kamala, we all went to Smorgasburg, LA. It's actually called Smorgasburg. I was surprised because it seems like it's a misspelling, right?
Smorgasburg.
Oh, good. Todd Lee's thing is working.
Is there an S in there?
There's
Smorgasburg or
Oh,
Smorgasburg?
yeah, that's even wrong. It's totally. I spelled it wrong because it was so confusing. So it's Smorgasburg. Now it's called Smorgasburg. But
Now
yeah,
you renamed it.
can we please add some soap cutting? The last time I had the soap cutting on here, they like dinged me on YouTube. So I don't know
Did
how
they?
much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find another soap.
They said,
cutting.
"Hey, man, stop showing our soap."
They said
You
stop
should be
showing
glad
the
we're
soap.
showing soap.
No, I don't.
They
think
should be
they
glad
care.
you're showing the soap, man. Come
I
on.
don't think they really care. I think they just, they just like to get the whatever, all the revenue that I get from the show. They like to.
Oh,
go in
right,
there and
like
get
all
it.
the money that the show has
Yeah.
produced and has been
That's right.
banking on.
So
Yeah, they
needed
want a
to
piece
get
of the
it.
pie is what they want.
They want a piece of the pie. Greg Orla says no soap cutting. It's weird. He doesn't like it. That's the thing. Some people like the ASMR. Some people don't.
Oh,
Okay,
it's therapeutic for some, and for some, it's a little
It's grating.
odd. Yeah,
It kind of
it's
is
a little
almost like
chalkboard.
cheese grating of soap. So I think it's somehow grating on them. I don't know. Everybody's different. We try to provide as much therapy as we can. Sometimes therapy, one man's therapy is another woman's torture.
Shriek.
Speaking
Yes.
of torture,
Absolutely.
we not only went to Smorgasburg, LA, but we went to the flea market in Pasadena.
Oh no, you did not.
Oh, God, yeah, it was
The Rose Bowl? You went to the Rose Bowl flea market.
horrible. Yeah, horrible.
That
But everybody had a
place
great time.
is-
Everybody had a great time.
Gigantic.
It's so big and it was
You
so
can-
hot.
Oh, it was hot too. Oh, it was Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday. They do it like one Sunday every month or something like that, and it's just a million vendors, and it was tough.
It's cool. Some of the vendors get there like super early, and when you start walking around, you're going, "How did they get all that stuff in that little area right there?" Like
It's
they brought their
nuts.
whole store or something.
They even have
It's
like
crazy.
sub levels of it. Like you go off on another path, and you're like, "Oh, this is where the good stuff is," and then you're going around. So once you go halfway around, you can't really go back. There's no going back. You just got to keep going. Forging ahead.
So it's one way in, one way out kind of a feeling.
Yeah, there's a point of no return. Really.
Yeah, you have to keep going.
Gigantic flea market. Is that an oxymoron? Yes, it is. Greg.
Absolutely.
Gigantic. It's like jumbo shrimp, right? Gigantic flea market.
Yeah.
Gigantic.
Absolutely.
All right. There's going to be some breaking news with Kim Clevenger and Just Jay. That's going to be cool today. We got Jeff Lohman coming on. We're going to talk about Tesla and hopefully. Do you know about Nikolai Tesla?
Yes. The inventor of electricity.
Well, it's a good thought, I guess, but it's not really the inventor, but he was an inventor of certain electrical things. We'll explore it.
He discovered he's the discoverer of electricity.
Well, I think
everybody thinks it was the dude with the kite and the key. That's just a story that got published first. But Tesla did. Come on, everybody knows.
Right, we got to get on to the breathing. Guignol is right. We got to get on with the breathing. Have you ever noticed Guignol's avatar? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's a picture of it. Her.
It's a picture.
It's a picture of. Now, is it? There's no pronoun there, right? So it's a them or an us.
Well, we're gonna have some TV trivia later on in the show, and so maybe it's a good test for people. Like what?
Popcorn. TV.
Popcorn. We're gonna have some popcorn later. Remember that day when you were on the show and you ate popcorn and it was like really bad ASMR.
Dude, my cousin has a beautiful business. It's oh my god, I'm gonna mess it up. It's party paint night, and he's building his website and everything. And I was helping him with some of the content, walking through some stuff. And he watched the show that I was on when I was eating the popcorn, and I was eating the popcorn because we were doing movie trivia. I had a pop bag, theater bag.
Yeah.
And he goes,
I remember.
"What the fuck are you doing, dude? Are you eating?" He goes, "That sounds like shit." And I went,
no.
I thought I was being cute.
It's a rough crowd. All right, let's get into this thing.
Kamala was like, "Oh, the crackling, it's killing."
Yeah, everybody was. They were just so appalled by the popcorn. It's just,
you learn as you go.
It's okay. You learn as you go. We learn as we go. All right, let's get this thing going. Let's get into our breathing. I'm gonna get myself a modem. 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 Speaking of therapeutic sounds, some people love this. It's crystal bowls, and this is Healing Vibrations, one of my favorite people. These people are so cool. That's Travis on the right. The guy on the left is Sound Bath North. So this is like a collaboration between Healing Vibrations and Sound Bath North, doing crystal bowl healing.
They're using like a Minecraft avatar.
Yeah, is that? I was thinking, it's I guess it's 8-bit they call it, right?
Yeah,
I think
they look like Legos.
They look like Legos. I think that's something that Soundbath does, where he makes these visuals.
Because the game Minecraft, that's what their images are blocks like that. Like they look like that.
Greg says, for those of us with misophonia, the popcorn episode was awful. Wow, we're gonna have to breathe that one out, huh? I'm gonna put you down here like you're behind the couch, and I'll be there behind the couch as well. All right, so let's do some breathing.
Misophonia, is that thing the late night? If you're suffering from misophonia, call our lawyer firm for a class action lawsuit.
I think you can cure it through Prevagen, jellyfish.
Oh, Prevagen
pills, yeah.
They have
let's breathe.
Very nice.
They have a nice texture. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. I like to turn off the noise canceling when I breathe so that you can hear me breathing, but you might hear the roof guy, I don't know. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. This is a good one. Let it go. Misophonia is the irrational anger Gnee gets when humans make noise, like loud chewing. This is going to be one of those episodes where I can't read, and there are typos.
I can't remember the last time I was chewing.
That was my fault. Misophonia. Okay, let's do it again. Misophonia is the irrational anger one gets. Yes. When humans make noise like loud chewing. There we go.
Loud chewing. You know what I was saying? The breathing, if you don't breathe like this for your own self, like by yourself, meditate yourself, you're really missing out on, something really healthy, really good.
I hear healthing is really
take the time to breathe.
For you. All right, one more. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. That feels good. Guignol is in the ferry line with really bad reception, and the screen is frozen, but the chat room is working, so he's got that going for him. I mean, that's really the most interesting part, right?
I've experienced that before too, where the screen freezes, but the chat room is still going, which means the show is still going, but for some reason the YouTube video is buffering.
I think Guignol is on Twitch, so that might be something. But also, Guignol should just keep chatting, even though he doesn't know what's going on with the show, so that we have these random non sequiturs. Somebody tell me what kind of Apple Watch I should get for my 7-year-old mom. You should get a...
Apple One. Apple, the first one. You should buy it used, and you should get it for like $89 from some refurbished.
You should get a Casio. Or remember the very first digital watches? They had the red digital screen, and you had to push a button to see what time it was.
Wait, did he say digital watch? Was that his question?
No, he wants to get an Apple Watch.
Yeah, he should get the first Apple, because it's not expensive. and it has all those great features, and it can monitor her blood pressure and her heart rate, and it actually, you can have that app where if she needs help or if she needs him, it's going to call for him first.
It's super kind of
you know,
to
like,
have
I've
a
fallen.
real answer, real answer.
And I
You know, I
can't
think
get
he should get the most. I think he should get the most modern one because it probably monitors the body much better than any of the other ones. How about that?
She's 79.
He says. Hoy,
Yeah.
Cappy.
Spend some money on your mom. Spend some money on your mom. Hoy! Yell!
Did we do all the breathing? I think we did. Okay, so
3 felt pretty good. I'm a little
does
relaxed.
anyone else pretend they are Dick Tracy when they're using the Apple Watch? It is. We're living in the future. Who thought that this was going to be possible to have the 3-way radio wristwatch? Hey, do you know who invented the radio, by the way?
Ronald Radiano.
I think Tesla did. But they
it's Tesla.
give the credit over to Marconi.
See, I'm telling you,
No,
Tesla's
no.
been getting robbed all these years, bro.
Oh, he
all
gets
these years.
horribly robbed.
Horribly
All
robbed.
right, we're going to get on with this.
And
I've got this thing. Okay, remember how I was talking about the Smorgasburg? The Smorgasburg, LA? It's so wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I gotta
Isn't
see.
it
I gotta see it again. I thought it was lore. I thought it was L.A. lore. So
It's
you're gonna have to show it.
Smorgasburg, LA, and it happens in downtown LA in this very cool place. Not every Sunday, but often on Sundays. And I'd never been there before, and it's got like 100 food trucks there. So we
Getting
went there.
hungry talking about food.
You know, when your relatives come in town, they show you things about your city that you never knew before. It's just sort of a phenomenon, you know.
I just told that story the other day. I was with a close friend walking down. What was the street? Kamala told me the street. I was walking down 5th Street, 5th Avenue. I mean, right? And the Empire State Building was there. My friend who lived there his whole life.
Are you going to tell that Empire State Building story again?
Well, I'm just saying. You just said people come visit you in your town and they show you things that you didn't know or never knew before.
Oh,
I'm walking with this guy. He's lived there his whole life, like 38 years, and he's never been to the Empire State Building.
Wow. Never been there. It's
Never
like
been
people
up.
in Seattle. They've never been up in the Space Needle, right?
I love the Space Needle. I went there when it first opened.
Jason Edelman's here. Second Sunday, just shown on the new Bobby Flay show. Yum. Oh, it's only the second Sunday of every month. That's the same time. That's the same weekend that Richard Gaddis is doing his singing, which is the second Saturday of every month. So the night before you
Saturday,
get Richard,
and they do it every
Richard
Saturday.
Gaddis.
So it's really, that's what you did, right? You went to Gaddis'
went
show
there.
Saturday night, and then you went to the Rose Bowl, then you went to Smorgasburg.
Everyone should do that probably every
Sunday.
month, right?
That
In Los
sounds like a
Angeles.
good weekend.
Yeah.
That does.
Janelle's
Richard's
talking
show
about,
was
like,
really good, by the way.
Oh my God, it was so good. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
He's so good, and he told stories in between the songs, and it just really flowed really well. And I love that story.
Oh,
I
man.
won't ruin it for people that are going there, but the story when he was climbing up the mountain. It's cool.
Good story. Good story. The 6-month trip to Europe.
Yeah.
Really good story. That's good stuff. We're gonna have him back on. We're gonna have him back on
Definitely.
maybe the Tuesday or Friday before his next second Saturday show.
Definitely.
For
All
next
right,
month,
so now we're getting on to roving
October.
reporter, my cousin Matt and my cousin Lauren. They're married. They're having a baby. They went with us to see the trucks at Smorgasburg.
And
So
roving
here it is.
reporters
Roving
right here in Los
reporters.
Angeles.
Yes, that's right.
How's it going? My name's Matt. I am Joel's cousin. We are here at Smorgasburg. We got food trucks on food trucks out here. It's food heaven. We're hyped up. I'm ready to grub. I'm excited. Let's do this.
What are you gonna eat?
I'm gonna eat everything. Everything in sight.
Oh, cool. So that's it. This is Smorgasburg. That's my cousin Matt.
Oh, I'm getting hungry right now, bro.
Oh man, they got some good stuff. I just went down the line here to show you. I don't know what Love Hour is, but I'm sure it's good.
It's
I'm sure it's
probably
tasty.
food for love. I'm gonna say.
Maybe.
Ooh, barbecue.
They got all kinds of good stuff. I like this one, Mexican Indian Eats. It's like both Mexican and Indian, but I didn't have any. But next time I go there, man, I'm gonna get some of that.
Aren't you married to a Mexican Indian?
A Venezuelan Indian.
Aha! That's right.
But you know, speaking of Venezuela, we had arepas there that were delicious. Now here's Lauren coming up. Lauren, my other cousin, Matt's wife.
Nerd.
Here we go.
This is really cool. Called Evil Cooks.
Evil Cook.
They got a churro cheesecake taco.
Oh my God.
We got an octopus taco.
Whoa.
Very
What's
interesting.
this guy? Who's this guy over here?
Looks like the Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper? Yeah.
That's Bonnie's cousin.
He's got an octopus in his hand. All octopus you can eat.
Ooh, octopus sounds good. I like octopus.
You do?
Yeah, I love it. Urchin, octopus.
Did you know that
I had
octopus
both of those when they're-
have beaks? Did you know that?
They have what?
Beaks.
Like a bird?
Like a bird, just like a parrot.
Ooh.
I know. So do starfish. I found that out from Jason Edelman the other day.
Like it's where their mouth is, their opening?
Yeah. It's where their mouth is, right. Todd Lee, who invented time? I have some words for that person. They're talking
Tesla.
about radio, the radio.
Tesla.
Talking about the radio. So anyway, so there's the Megadeth Torta. We're leaving with that. There's a lot of swearing. It's something we got to check out. I didn't have this, but I got to go to that Megadeth menu. Married cousins, nice, huh? My cousins, our cousins are married. No,
They're kissing cousins?
They were not cousins when they got married, but now
Oh.
they're both my cousins, right?
I mean, that's okay though. You know, that's okay.
I think
You can
so.
marry your cousin.
Well, you know they do it on Game of Thrones all the time, and that works out so well.
How do they How did the kings and the queens keep their kings and queens, right?
Totally. Okay, you know what's crazy about today is I'm going to have a double roving reporter. You know, Just Jay?
Is it? Yes.
Just Jay? Yeah. She lives out there in Kansas.
Yeah.
Well,
Was she doing comedy?
she's doing comedy, but Kim Clevenger, famous comedian, been on the show.
Yeah.
She went back home to Kansas to do comedy. You know how it is when you go back home and you perform. It's like a big deal.
Right.
It's a big deal after you've been away for a long time. She's been away for maybe 20 years. Hello, Vernus. Hello, Sea Stars and
All the
Hummingbirds
years
from Paris.
doing comedy?
Yeah, all these years doing comedy. She's like multi-talented, but yeah, she's been doing comedy. She came back, in triumph to Kansas City, and we had Just Jay go there and interview her, because that's the kind of show we are. Let's make it happen.
Was that Veronica just now?
Kim Clevenger? Oh, there's Veronique.
Oh,
She's an
Veronique.
activist. She's a
I
wolf.
gotta put my glasses back on. I'm old.
Okay, here we go.
I'm Just Jay, roving reporter for Joel Marshall's Lunch Therapy. I'm interviewing Kim Clevenger, who's a comedian, and she's performing here at the Comedy
Yay.
Club in Kansas City, Missouri.
This is cool, isn't it?
She also used to live here. How long have you been away, Kim?
I grew up in Lee Summit, Missouri, right here in Kansas City, and I've been in Los Angeles 20 years, 2 decades.
2 decades in Los Angeles. Do you lead a real busy acting comedy life?
I live a very active, busy, crazy life for someone my age. I'm trying to keep up. I'm having a good time.
Oh, sweet. That's what we got to do at these ages, That's what I'm doing too. Oh boy.
It's never too late to follow your dreams. Do it.
It's never too late. That is so
Good
true.
message.
That's my motto also. We are kind
So
of
true.
kindred spirits. We actually met online through Dat Fan Comedy. And so it's been really
Oh!
You know Dat
exciting
Fan?
to kind of
You know?
chat with her and meet her in person
Yeah.
because she's kind of an idol of mine. She didn't know that.
Aw, yeah. We met on Dat Fan and Friends, so we have Dat Fan, and now we're friends.
And now we're friends. We're Dat friends. So, Kim, you career-wise?
You know, I'm having a great time in comedy and things are picking up. I just got to do a show at the Comedy Store
Oh,
at the famous
Schedule's up there on
Roosevelt
the right.
Hotel.
oh my gosh.
Very exciting. And I'm going on the road. I'm here in Kansas City, and then I head to Seattle, and then back to Southern California. I'm in Santa Barbara and Huntington Beach.
Seattle.
So come out and see me.
Oh, sweet, sweet. I love it. I love it. Well, of course, I have to ask you this one question. Are you a Chiefs and Royals fan?
Chiefs, Chiefs, Chiefs. And
Yeah.
Royals. You know what? It's so fun when your team wins the World Series and the Super Bowl. So fun. And I'm surrounded by Raiders fans in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
Rams fans, I love ya. Raiders fans.
Ah,
Ouch.
okay.
Ouch.
Now
Rams
that's
fans or
that's
Raiders
here to
fans
know,
out there.
everybody out there. Yeah, it is exciting having these winning teams right now.
Chiefs and
We've
Raiders,
had some
big rivals.
down times too. And also, we are excited. We're going to watch you perform tonight, and we're excited to see you. And it sounds like you have a lot of hometown people coming to see you too. Is that too fun?
I am so excited. My entire high school graduating class is coming. My sorority sisters from Mizzou are driving from as far as St. Louis.
Oh.
If I could have 50 people that love me in the front row of all my shows, that would be a dream come
Oh,
true.
wouldn't
Yeah.
it though? Oh, I'm just so
Oh.
happy and excited for you. This has been really great. So we're going to let you get on stage and we're going to go get seated. And Joel, this is Just Jay, roving reporter for Lunch Therapy. Back to you, Joel.
Love you,
Yeah.
Joe Marshall.
Right,
Just
that's
Jay!
awesome. Yeah. So, okay.
Oh, they were
So
great
that was
together. They
awesome.
were great.
Weren't they great together? And they've never met in person.
Yeah.
And now, we're bringing people together, bringing hummingbirds together across the nation. So that's cool.
Yeah, they said they met on through Dad Fan's show.
Dad Fan, yeah.
That's it was a good program. He was running that when COVID first
He runs
hit.
it online.
Dropped that
Runs it
online quick.
online too. Let's just check
Yeah.
some of the chats here. Veronique says, hi, Joel. Hi, great to see you. I love my friend Marvin came in and he said, boo, LinkedIn. See, I love it. I love it when people come in from
Look at
LinkedIn and
Marvin.
just say, boo. Yeah,
He
Marvin's
looks like The Rock's uncle.
Marvin is like ripped. He is like ripped.
Oh yeah, looks.
And he's also
I'm
a great
saying that. He looks like
bowler.
The Rock.
He's a great tennis player, and it's great that he came in and said boo. Let's
He's
see.
that guy. He's that guy that can play every sport, huh?
Yeah. Yep. He can play every sport. Kamala says, I love you, Guignel. You are a great person. Wow. I don't know what
See?
sparked that, but I think it's cool.
I don't know.
I think it's cool. There's
they
love is
texting
really
each
flowing
other,
around here. Guignel says, you're too kind. Greg says, octopus needs to be eaten. Octopus needs to be eaten. I saw a show about the future of Earth. An octopus and squid develop into the primary species, and humans are their pets. So because of future crimes, I hate it when it goes away like that. Because of future crimes against humanity, eat the tacos. Do you eat the beak too? Do they eat the beak?
No, you can't eat the beak. Come on.
There's no
parts you
way
just
people are
gotta
going to
make
be
soup.
eating. There's no way that
Soup
people are
out of
going to be beak soup. Oh God, don't get people started. That's what they do with those shark
Seafood soup.
fins, and that is not cool.
Yeah, no, that's not kind. That's. I think you should eat a shark fin. If a shark does something bad, then you should eat its fin.
Do you know? I mean, I say
You know,
this
like if
all
a dog
the
does
time.
something bad.
I say this all the
sometimes you
time,
have
but
to-
only 7 humans are killed by sharks a year. And
So that's not much shark fin
100
soup.
million, 100 million sharks are killed by humans a year. 100 million.
Ooh,
And most of the time
That's not
that's for the fin, for the stupid soup.
just the fin. Yeah. That's those Oriental people do that.
Is that what happens? I don't know if you can say.
Well, I mean, they're the ones that are fishing for that. They're the ones that are. What do they call that? Like when they're stealing tusk off of elephants, the poachers.
You're gonna have to ask the
Those-
chat room
most of
about
those-
that.
Most of those poachers, most of those guys getting the shark fins are Asian dudes. I mean, that's where it started.
Marvin Nat, I'm just moving on with your Asian comments. Marvin says Raiders rock. So we got a Raiders fan here.
Oh, he's a Raider fan, huh?
They're rabid. The Raiders fans. Every once in a while, it unfreezes. He's still telling us about his technical issues. I'm stuck on the Megadeth tortoise sign. It's making me very hungry. Marvin says thanks because I told everybody he was so ripped and so cool and smart too. It's crazy how smart he is.
Oh man! So he's good looking. He's ripped and he's smart.
Yep.
You know what else he is? You know what else he is?
What?
He's irritating.
He's annoying all of us. Yeah. Now Marvin says he said you can't say Oriental unless you're talking about rugs, basically. So enough of that.
Oh, my bad. The Oriental rug people are the ones stealing shark fins.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Jose. No, it's frozen, but I'm on a ferry. That's going to be one of those stories, like a Richard Gaddis story, where it doesn't end well. Did you know cheetahs will form groups of brothers up to 3 or to 4 called a cohort? Yes. Do you know what a group of cats is called?
A litter?
I guess they're called a cohort. Triple threat. That's Marvin for you. All right. Speaking of wildlife, look, I've got some breaking news that involves Just Jay, and this is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So remember a while back when Just Jay was working on that puzzle? Remember this?
Yes. Very disturbing images of a 1,000-piece puzzle.
Remember how her friend said you should just put it away?
Yeah, there were some people, Joel, I remember some people were saying stuff like that, and I'm not pointing any fingers or anything. Yeah. Some people, there were some people that were so disturbed by that puzzle. I mean, you know, I don't want to snitch on anybody, but there were some people that did not like that puzzle.
I don't like it because it's ugly, but I wanted her to finish it. And because you should finish what you start. You should finish what you start. We got two things right now that we're learning on the show, or at least we're reinforcing. Is one is it's never too late.
Never too late.
And the other is finish what you start.
Finish what you start.
You know what I loved
Good rules of life.
After the football game and after the Seahawks won in glorious fashion, they talked to Geno Smith. And they said, everybody wrote you off. They didn't think you had a chance at winning this game. And this was like the most important game of the season. That everybody wrote you off. And he said, you know what? They wrote me off, but I didn't write back. Boom!
Ooh.
Boom!
Ooh! That kid said that?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, you know, it'd be great if every time he's with the media, he has those good, smart comebacks. Good one-liners.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Oh, that was great. What a great. Oh, man, I love that line. I love it.
Wordless as a clutter.
He's going to be something to. I think he's going to be something to watch, bro. I think that kid's going to be something to watch.
So speaking of this, finish what you started, Lass. You were encouraging her to finish. We're encouraging people to love leopards, but we've got to move on to the breaking news. Here it goes. Breaking news. When are we going to have Elizabeth Croydon again? That's a good question. Good question. All right, breaking news. Here it goes. Here it goes. Get ready. Yes. There are 2. Puzzle completed.
What?
What do you think about that? The puzzle's completed.
What?
I'm going to show you. But I just wanted to like have a little celebration, little applause.
Come on, Just Jay?
Can you? Yeah, Just Jay finished that puzzle. I know, it's beautiful. Just take a moment, enjoy, bask.
Bagpipesy. Doesn't get any better.
All right, let's check in with her and see the glory of the new puzzle. There she is.
I have no words other than the puzzle is coming apart. I finished it. I'm going to show you 2 creepy faces that are in it. And then it's going in the box, and we're moving the table today. So here we go.
There it is.
There's
What,
the
what?
creepy face.
There's some creepy face in there. I don't even see it.
There's
Oh, yeah.
creepy faces.
Oh, see it? Oh, I see
And
it.
here
Oh, there's
we
images in
go.
the image.
Oh,
Oh, no. Oh, pull back, Just Jay. I want to see the whole thing. Jay, pull your camera back.
don't
I
try
want to see it all
that.
together.
I'm over it.
She's over it. Oh my god. That was good. I gotta see what the
Oh, that's
creepy
great.
face is. Where's the creepy face? That was beautiful, wasn't it? I mean, she finished it
Yeah.
and she just was like,
When she was moving, when she was panning, I wanted to see the whole thing, like the whole
yeah, me too.
picture. I wanted
But it's gone now. Look at there's the one creepy face. And
right
then
there, above your head.
Yeah. And then above my head, there's another one. Looks like he has a hat.
Oh, look at that. There were creepy faces in the image of the ugly image.
Oh my god, that was the ugliest puzzle
She
ever.
would-
But she finished it. She can now move the table. Congratulations,
Oh.
Just Jay.
Just Jay!
I just jumped the puzzle.
Congrats.
We're getting
So
a play
proud
by
of you.
play.
So proud of you, girl.
So proud. I mean, I knew you could do it.
What was that?
You know,
What was that, bro? Like, was that 6 weeks?
it was
About
great.
5 weeks?
At least. You know,
I
that
feel
was
like it
great
was-
how
yeah.
you encouraged her to do it. And now, you know, all of us can complete things more easily now because we have the belief that something can be completed, even if it seemed impossible.
Especially something so ugly,
Oh, so ugly.
you know?
Don't turn
Even
back.
ugly has to be finished. You got to finish it.
It's just
She
like
did
that.
great, man.
That flea market. I was sweating. I was like needed a cup of coffee. I was having a horrible time. I ran out of money, and I just kept going. And I made it all the way around, all the way around the Rose
Trekked
Bowl.
it.
And then
did,
I
you
went and
humped it.
celebrated with some Smorgasburg.
Wow. You must have crashed that day, huh? You must have got home and just...
No, man, no.
Knocked
Everyone
out.
else crashed. I went to work.
Oh,
I
my
went to
God.
work on this show too. I went to work, oh man, and then my hard drive blew up, and here we are today, heading into some wildlife therapy. Congratulations,
Good
Just
job,
Jay.
Jay.
Good job.
Good job. Good job.
Did you hear about Bezos' pocket rocket? Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You hear about it on the news?
No.
Yeah. They sent
Okay.
up... They sent
we-
up
Yeah, tell me.
They sent up the rocket that he's been sending people up in. Okay, that same one, and it had a glitch. It had a difficulty going up. So the bottom half of the rocket, right? It separated like it's an emergency thing they have in there. You know, like something's going wrong, it separates itself. So it separated and landed somewhere else, and the capsule, what is it, the capsule pod, the pod that the people
Yeah.
are in, that
Yeah.
would have been in. There was no people in it. Thank
There was
God.
nobody in it.
It
Why?
separated, and the chute opened, and it came down and landed somewhere off camera. But they got the camera shot later. But it did land safely. But dude, there was, thank God, there was nobody in there. It was one of those. They were testing something, or they were doing something. Oh, but no, I think they were sending equipment up to
Did
do
they
something.
do that on purpose? Oh, they were just.
But
sending
there was
up-
no people in it.
Oh, thank God.
No people in it. Man. Oh my
I don't
God! Can you
look
imagine
forward to
spending
that.
$1 million to go in space, only to not go in space and fall?
Thank God there
Terrible.
weren't any people in it. All right,
Yeah.
this is Mocha, Jeff's dog, and then this is another dog trying to eat it. So there's that, and then there's this. This is Jeff with a bird on his head. Oh my gosh!
It's a real.
Whoa,
It's a real bird.
that's a real bird.
It's a real bird. But is that really Jeff? Because that don't look.
It's Jeff.
Jeff's not moving, but the bird's moving.
There's some more.
Oh, there you go. Oh, he's alive.
I mean, I got to flash this warning. Some people, think that birds are real, so I'm just going to flash that. Look at this.
Oh, to let him know that birds are not real.
Yeah, just in case people think they are. Look at it's eating something in his hair.
Well, we know what it's eating. Come on,
I mean,
we know what
of
birds
course.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got those in his head. Oh, he's grubbing now. It's a smorgasburg.
Making a nest. This is Smorgasburg. Smorgasburg.
Smorgasburg. It's eating though. What do you have in your head, Jeff? What is that? Are they
That's
moving?
great. So here's some more birds. This is an aracari. Lives in the
Is Jeff a
tropical
school teacher?
jungle. Jeff is a school teacher in Thailand.
Oh,
And
oh.
that was him in the school with the bird.
I thought he was going there to visit.
No, he lives there.
He's teaching?
He's lived there for
Oh
years.
my goodness, Jeff.
Birds. Jason Edelman has a good, very appropriate comment. Birds poo and pee out of one hole. I don't know. Is that true?
Yep. No, that is true. It
They
all
also-
just
they don't-
comes out.
They don't have a sphincter, right? It just comes out.
No, it just goes when it goes. That's why they pee and poo in the same hole.
That's why it's hard to have
That's why,
a pet bird,
right.
because you got to be ready
they
for just
they
this
just go when they go.
crap to just come out anytime. I
It's
love
like
birds.
when what is that called? A
Yeah.
catheter? Like say
Yeah.
you have problems with your system, you have catheter, you have a bag. It's just gonna go. It just goes when it goes. You're not controlling it.
And that's
That's
the way
what they.
birds
That's why when they're flying, and when they're flying in a flock, or when
Yeah.
you're walking around the street and you see all kinds of bird poop, it's like that's a lot of bird poop because they're flying together and they're eating and flying. All their timing is the same, and then they just drop load.
You gotta wonder what it'd
At
be
the same
like
time.
if what if we had that problem all the time? If everybody,
Oh,
all
That'd
humans,
be that'd be horrible because you'd be forced to have a bag tied around your ankle or something. Other than that,
I think it might be a really good leveler for people that if everybody just never knew when they were gonna crap, and because people would not be so arrogant. Like what if?
Yeah,
like,
because
if
they
you
crap
think
like
about really
everybody else,
arrogant people, how can you
right?
be so arrogant if you can't control your poop?
Yeah,
This is a horrible,
Yeah.
horrible discussion. That's why they
but
splatter
it's
on
a
their
real.
cars.
That's true. It's uncontrollable. Hi, Tina.
Tina's here, all the way from Edmonds, Washington. We haven't gotten to Tesla yet. This bird,
Wait,
by the way.
Is this like related to the toucan type?
There you go. I was just going to say, it's weird. We're so in sync today. I was just going to
Wow,
tell
look
you,
at
this
that.
is actually a toucan. It's a toucan, but
Oh,
it's called a aracari. It's a smaller kind of toucan.
that is some mug.
Isn't it beautiful? It's got serrated
Yeah, it's like-
edges.
Oh, is that what it is on the top of the beak? The top beak looks like teeth.
Yeah, so there's got a serrated beak. The beak is very light, even though it looks super heavy. It's super light.
Oh.
There's lots of other interesting things about this bird, but mainly,
Look at it. Look at the eyes. Look at
Beautiful.
those yellow eyes. Wow.
and they're very attentive to people too. They're apparently great. The interaction between this bird and people is fantastic.
You know what it
As
is? The
with-
bird is so pretty.
Yeah.
That the bird probably when it sees a human and the human has all these features and colors, the bird probably is just comfortable around humans. Because of
I
the
saw a few of them
prettiness.
that were on TV, and they could tell that they were on TV, and so they had their mouth kind of open, and that means they're a little bit stressed. And they tried to
You mean
give it
they're
some
like-
fruit, it didn't eat it.
because
they
they
got
knew it was
stage
on
fright.
TV.
Yeah, they got kind
Yeah.
of like stage fright, happens to everybody, even birds.
Yeah, especially pretty people get stage fright.
Pretty people do.
Yeah, like I don't have that
It-
problem.
Really, it's only pretty people. So
Well,
Yeah,
you ever notice
like that.
when somebody has stage fright? Usually it's somebody that's kind of pretty, and they're, oh no, I can't, no,
you
I
think
can't
it's
sing
'cause-
karaoke, no.
you think it's because they have more to lose?
Well, that's all they got. You know what I mean?
That's all they
Yeah.
got.
And if they embarrass themselves and they're pretty, where are you gonna go now? Or, what do you do?
What if they didn't have a sphincter too? That would be something,
It's a double jeopardy right there.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so enough of that talk. This is a beautiful bird. I'm glad we could share it here. We're going to get on to historical paranormal. Here we go. We're going to talk about Tesla now, as much as we can.
Yeah, I like
His
Tesla.
daughter's going to Ecuador. Oh, that would be so good. We need that.
Ooh, Ecuador.
So here we are. I'm going to get Bloss on the screen here. We're going to talk about Nikola Tesla here. Just everything that we know about him, which could take up 2-3 minutes, from all the things that we know. So that's him.
Look at that hairdo. Look at that
It's
hairdo.
cool,
Bro.
isn't it? He's a cool dude.
He's-
He had a nice
he's really good.
stash.
He's got a little posy pose going on.
That's Nikola Tesla. Now, you were saying that you think he invented electricity,
Yes, he
But of
did. He
course, that's
discovered
not-
electricity.
attributed to
Yes,
him.
he did.
He was around,
because he
and
got
he was born in
stoked.
1856, I believe. Died in
Mm.
1943, so that was a good time to be an inventor, I think.
Yeah,
Watch the
and
new
he
doc.
took a lot of those. He took a lot of those inventions and stuff and made them better.
Yeah. This is interesting. Kamala says you should watch the new doc on Lucille Ball. She was pretty and absolutely fearless about looking like an idiot.
Yeah, that's what was so great about Lucille Ball. She was attractive, but she's so committed to her comedy that nothing was off the table. You know what I mean? She was okay with looking weird and being awkward and like that stuff. That's what made that. She was great. She was.
You
great.
can't be afraid to. You can't be afraid to do that.
If you're gonna do comedy, you can't be afraid to look like an idiot.
You can't be afraid to. Yeah. So true.
Lucy, 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 I want to talk to you. You have some explaining to do, Lucy.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so
Ricky.
let's see what Todd Lee says. Dean Koontz wrote one of the odd Thomas books and had Nikola Tesla's estate as the setting. Awesome book. Oh, that would be cool.
Uh-oh.
Interesting though, because he
Odd.
died penniless apparently. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it was
Yeah.
his estate at some point because he did have money at some point. But what happened
No,
with him?
he kept
Yeah.
failing.
Well, he didn't really fail. You know what? He was not good with money. He was a gambler at times. He was addicted to gambling. He also
Taking
he was
chances.
super
What's that?
smart, and his ideas were so far beyond just electricity. He wanted
See?
to have
That's what I'm
people
talking about.
communicate. He built this big tower at some point. Was going to have people communicate through this tower all around the world, and had kind of figured it out. But they started building
Yeah,
the tower, and then they ran out of money, and people lost faith in him, and then they had to tear the thing down. But that's not even the beginning of it. The beginning of it, he came from Croatia. His mom was an inventor of things that make it easier to, basically things that make things more efficient. His mom was like that. She taught him really. Yeah.
But she saw things and goes, oh,
Yeah.
that could be more efficient, and she would
Yeah.
invent something to make something more efficient. That's how I felt about him. People were doing things, and the inventions coming up, and he was making them better. Like he was trying, basically like his mom. He would see the telephone and he'd go, "There's a better way to do that," and he created these towers. He had this idea to do wireless, communicating. Way ahead of his
Wireless
time.
communication, but not only that, but wireless electricity. But I got ahead of myself. So what he came to the United States. His mom, when he was very young, taught him how to memorize things. Because she had this incredible mind for memorizing things. She taught him better ways to memorize things. And he became brilliant, a brilliant scientist. His dad was a minister and wanted him to go into the clergy. It's an oft-told story, oft-told. But he didn't want to. He wanted to go into science. He got sick when he was 17 years old for like 9 months. And he said, God, if I get out of this, my dad is going to send me to college. So he ended up going to college. He survived. Ended up going to college, moved to the United States. He went to work for Thomas Edison. at
Oh,
the
he
Edison
did?
Machine Works. Yeah, he went to work for Thomas Edison. And Thomas Edison realized that this guy was good. He was like working on different machinery that they had, and Edison really took a liking to him. Except that they got into a huge argument. Yeah. Yeah? You have a question? Oh, you're holding that up.
No,
Wow.
it's
Cool.
a little heavy. It's like they're putting
It's
pressure
kind
on
of
my
a
neck.
new setup here. So yeah, so he and Edison
So he went to work for Edison,
Yeah.
and he got fired. You said, or what did you say?
no, they had a difference of opinion, and this
Oh,
is what it was.
They had an argument.
Have you ever heard of the
Right.
band AC/DC?
Yes, I did. Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Well,
Yes.
Edison liked
Alternate
AC/DC.
current, direct current.
Edison liked DC, direct current. You're absolutely right. And Tesla liked AC, which is alternating current.
Right.
Alternating current, the benefits of it, according to Tesla, were that it could travel
what we-
longer distances. And it
Yeah.
also could be reduced down when it got to like a house, it could be reduced down to like a lower voltage. So it was
That's
very
where
useful.
we get the 220. Right. That's where we get the 110 and the
I mean, it
220.
eventually won over. It was the better choice. But Edison had the patent or something on direct current. He was just really invested in it with his business. So he was like, "Shut up about that alternating current. I don't want to hear about it." And so they got into
It's
a little bit of
it's
a feud. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a trip out, like Edison, right? Great inventor, light bulb, all that stuff, right?
yeah.
And like a man like that, right? And so he has all this power and all this ability, and people come to work for you, and he's always got to be right. He's always, everything's his way or the highway.
Well, he
And then
also was
how are
a
you supposed
great-
to learn? How are you supposed to be, expand and if the younger minds, the people that you hire, if you're not letting them grow, if you're not, taking their ideas and go, okay, I see your idea, and then work with it. You can't just be like direct current's the only way to go.
Well, he was a very savvy businessman. Is really what it was, and Tesla
Well, he was
just cared
rich.
about the inventions. He cared about the inventions,
Yeah.
and actually, so Tesla was kind of at the whim of people investing in him, but he did get people to invest in him. That big tower, but also George Westinghouse. This is by the way,
Yeah.
him messing around with some electricity here. So one of the
That's
things
General Electric, Westinghouse.
one of the things, so Westinghouse and General Electric, they were like rivals.
Hmm.
And so one of the things that Tesla wanted to do was he wanted to be able to send wireless electricity. Can you imagine if we had wireless electricity? First of all, would we die?
What you're saying is, I know, because what you're saying though is wireless, meaning it's not visible, like you can't see it, and you don't need
Meaning
a line,
that I
a
could
hard line.
shoot some, like my iPhone is over there, I could shoot some electricity over to it without, across
and
the
charge
air.
it. Right. That
Or
sounds
they could
almost
get rid of all
dangerous.
these wires and have these big towers and then just shoot electricity. It does seem ridiculously dangerous. I mean, it's still not something that we actually have. I mean, they have those little pads you can put your phone on that charge your phone.
Right, like a wireless charger. They have that.
Let's see what Jason says. We are using wireless electricity now. Are we? Do you mean about the iPhones when you put it on a little pad? Or is there some other wireless electricity?
Or maybe he's referring to it because of the wireless. Like the cell phones wireless, walkie-talkies are wireless.
Well, that was the other
anything
thing.
wireless. You're traveling waves, and like a radio wave, would that be considered electricity? Is that what he's referring to?
I don't know, but Tesla also got into the radio. And we talked about this earlier, but he started inventing the radio. And at the same time, Marconi was inventing the radio in Italy. And in fact, Tesla built a radio and was listening on it, and he heard somebody else talking. And he was like, who is this? I'm tapping into some other kind of frequency, or maybe it's ghosts, or I don't know what. And some people think that it was Marconi.
Like their waves were catching each other from
Yes.
Italy to here.
Edelman says wireless charging. Exactly. But can you charge it from across the room or from across the city? Because, Tesla built this tower on Long Island to shoot electricity to New York City. And he built this whole thing, but it didn't work out because he always, this is Westinghouse here, he always either ran out of funding or went bankrupt in some way. This is Tesla hanging out in front of a very large fan, I guess.
But
It's probably like a Tesla coil or something.
but he never got to, because of the funding, you mean he never got to like test it out or try it out? Like he just couldn't get to that point? Because if you built the towers, really it's all about the components and
Well, yeah. Okay,
How
Todd
to make
says
it
take
turn
a
it on.
fluorescent tube under high voltage power lines at night. This is interesting. And it will glow. We are constantly being hit with wireless electricity. Wow, but we're not like really utilizing it. So, okay, so Tesla would do this. He'd do a stage show where he would stand on one end of the stage and he would hold a light bulb in his hand. And then he would shoot electricity at himself and the light bulb would light up. And apparently, this was not just some parlor trick. This was not just some magic show. It was like
I know,
real.
because keep in mind, this was during the Houdini era. So continue, please.
You know who one of his best friends was? Or not one of his best friends. I mean, I don't know if it was. But this guy, Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain. There's Mark Twain. There's Tesla in the background, kind of going, I don't know what he's doing in the
Mark
background. I have a
Twain.
picture of me with John Malkovich like this, where I'm in the background, lurking, and John Malkovich is like talking to a banker or something.
Really?
Dr. Evil
Very
built
suspicious.
a giant laser that shot electricity at the moon. So true. He was like a
Now,
modern day Tesla.
is that from a James Bond
That
episode,
is Dr. Evil.
or is that
The
from?
doc-
Oh, 1 million.
Yeah. And that's Austin Powers. I believe. Tesla. So
Or
so there's so much to talk about with Tesla. Anyway, there he is again with his mustache. Here he is. This is an X-ray of his hand, in case you were wondering. This is a boat that he made, a wireless remote-controlled boat, like the precursor to drones and model
that looks
cars.
incredibly heavy.
It looks a little like the thing that our friend Mesmer had people sit around and
And
give their
touch the
jollies.
probes
Yeah,
and get their.
there's the tower.
It
There's
feels
the tower.
good. It feels
Yeah.
good.
exactly.
Was that
I
one of the
lost my
towers?
hysteria. This is one of the towers that he built. This is the tower that he built in New York City.
In Long Island?
And this is
Oh, New York
another
City.
one that just totally fell apart. They had to take it apart. Yeah, all of this was taken down. I mean, can you imagine? He's like, I'm going to shoot a bunch of electricity at New York City. And everybody's like, wait a minute, don't do that. What are you, crazy? You know,
Sounds
Marconi
like a bad plan.
Marconi ended up inventing the radio because he bought all the patents. Check out Ken Wheeler. He has some good insights. Oh, we gotta check that
You
out.
see how he did that? He bought all the patents. He bought all the patents, all the components to invent a radio, and then he makes the radio. Come on, man.
That's what Edison did as well, and same in Westinghouse too. Westinghouse, in the end, you know, Tesla. These are some of his wackier inventions. He was going to have basically drones.
These are drawings that these
Yeah.
are drawings that he had for his ideas.
He wanted to have drones that were powered by the tower. This was an interesting one, and this is the name of the show, is Can I Project My Thoughts? He wanted to make a machine where you could project your thoughts onto the wall. He thought that he thought your thoughts
could be
were actually
projected.
being projected on your eyeballs. And then he thought, well, I could just project that out and you'll be able to see the thoughts.
But aren't they? Doesn't your mind, like when you're dreaming your nightmares, right, or dreaming at night? Isn't your brain projecting the images in your head, like how you see, like how your brain looks with your eyes? I mean, they're connected in some way. You know what I mean?
It's a great
Your
question.
eyes
That's what Tesla
and
thought.
your images in your head. Yeah, they're
That's what
connected.
Tesla
in some
thought,
way.
but it turned
And
out
he's-
not to be true.
But you get there's so many ideas, movies and shows where
Well,
they're saying the brains could be connected, and the brains, you could I could see the computers connected. You're wearing a headgear, then I could see what you're thinking. Like I could get in your head. I
maybe
could see
it'll
your thoughts.
happen. It might
Like
happen.
movies like that. Yeah,
So
like that.
Edison-
He's ahead of his
I mean-
time. He's ahead of his time.
So listen to this. Tesla, as he got older, he got more and more broke. And the people that made all the money were Westinghouse and Edison and Marconi. But the thing is, Edison was so angry about this AC/DC thing. He so believed in direct current that he would get people to, this is where Edison went off the rails. He would get kids to sell him dogs for 25 cents, and then he would electrocute them using direct current to prove, or using alternating current to prove how dangerous it was. And then finally, he was one of the people that developed the movie projector, but didn't get the money because he didn't have the patent and kind of let it go. But he used to make movies. He made a movie on Coney Island. They had to put an elephant down because it was too old. It wasn't like it was dying or anything, but they decided to murder this elephant. And he filmed it, and they murdered it with alternating current. Elephant's name was Topsy.
The dude's a quack, man. The dude's a quack.
And you know what his favorite movie was? Edison?
Edison?
Birth of a Nation. And everybody knows that is it. If you've ever seen that movie, it's like about the Ku Klux Klan, and it's like a glorified.
Yeah, well, he was a quack, dude. Dude, all these dudes, Westinghouse, you just mentioned, Marconi, Edison, all those guys, they were stealing patents, they were stealing inventions from people, they were hiring people and taking them. You know how when you work for a company, you work for a company, and if you invent something while you're working for them, it's their property. You know what I mean? Even like in science and like medicine or the cure for cancer, and the guy who invented the EpiPen, right? Like that kind of a thing. Like if you're working for one of those farmers, big farm, right? And you come up with an idea for something, a pill or whatever. That's their property. They own it. That's how they started that back then with these guys. This is the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, right? So these guys would have all these people come in like Tesla, have all these great ideas, and they would just snatch them from them, like Marconi, buying up patents and stuff like that, right? I mean,
it just goes to show you got to be smart about business. Right?
You gotta be smart. You can't just be.
You won't be able to build your tower.
You can't be that.
How can you build your tower if you don't eat your pudding? This is the New Yorker Hotel. This is where he died, and he basically was eating milk and crackers. This is Tesla, in this room in the New Yorker, and feeding pigeons. And the person who was paying the rent on the room was Westinghouse, because he felt bad because he had basically taken, a lot of the work that
taking all of his ideas. Yeah. Took all his ideas. You know what else? He was paying his rent. He was paying his rent because he was hoping while he was still alive, he could steal some more stuff from him. That's why.
It could be.
So you can have some more ideas.
You know what this is?
That is a alien magnetic sensory
basketball
device.
It is Tesla himself. This is his urn. It's in Croatia right now in a museum, the Tesla Museum. And in fact, there's even some people that are really angry because they want to move it to like a place where they have, like a mortuary, not a mortuary, but like a grave site or someplace where they have a lot of famous Croatians buried. Yeah. And everybody's like, no, it's got to stay in this museum. And they've had people just like even do sit-ins to make sure that they keep this in the Tesla Museum where they think it belongs. But that's him.
Wait, okay, so his ashes are in the Tesla Museum, and other people think he should be with other dead. Yeah, but the other people think that urn should be, that globe urn should be.
Yes, they don't think it's
where all the famous Croatians are. Yeah. What that? They don't think it's Tesla haters, baby. Tesla haters.
Tesla haters. And that's the statue of him by Niagara Falls, because he worked on the turbine at Niagara Falls that gave out alternating current energy. He was able to make it travel all the way to Buffalo, which was a long ways for electricity to travel back then. So there you go. There it is.
The dude was dope, dude. He was dope.
It was cool. That's why Elon Musk named a car after him, I guess.
Yeah, he did. And what, it's supposed to be the best electric vehicle in the world, right?
Pretty apropos.
Except when the battery gets hot. When the battery gets hot, then it's probably...
Except when you let it drive itself. All right, so back to the links. Oh, yeah. There's just Totally, we're not on the screen though. So, are you looking at your phone? You can't look at your phone. I'm just kidding. Just kidding ya. Just kidding. You can look at your phone. Everyone else is, right? Okay, so let me ask you something. Are you ready for the dance break?
Oh.
It's going to be good. It's going to be loud. So, you know, if you got headphones on or something, maybe turn it down a little bit.
Okay.
Remember Wet Leg? It was a band that I saw at the Thing Festival, and they play this song called Chaise Longue. Chaise Longue.
Chaise Longue.
Yeah. There's a spoof of it.
Did they weren't playing when you showed us them? They weren't playing it then, were they? Oh,
they were playing it then. I'll show you a clip from that. Here's the clip from Wet Leg. This is them playing their famous song. Let me get to the chorus.
Would you like us to assign someone to butter your muffin? Excuse me.
So here's a bit of their. Oh, I can't show
Hey,
it.
you over there.
I'm going to show you
Chaise
something.
Longue in your underwear.
It's a great tune.
What are you doing sitting down? Oh, you should be horizontal now.
So, okay, that's them. Now, here's the spoof of it. Let me show you their video first. This is Chaise Lounge video. Oh, not like this one. Okay. That's them. And this is Moist Limb.
Moist Limb?
I'll put the original video.
Turn it down. You turned it down.
I did. It's so loud.
Sounds good though.
Assign someone to butter your muffin. Excuse me.
You gonna butter my muffin?
Excuse me.
I'll show you the original one too. Just so.
Hey, you over there on the tromra in your underwear.
Here's the
What are
original
you
one.
doing sitting down? You should be horizontal now.
Black
Like us to
throne.
assign someone to worry your mother. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, you in the front row, are you coming backstage after the show? Because I've got a trauma in my dressing room and a bag of warm blood that we can't consume.
I'm digging them. Moist Limb.
On the throne noir.
On the tromba, on the tromba, on the tromba, all day long. On the tromba, on the tromba, on the tromba, on the tromba, all day long. On the tromba, on the tromba, on the tromba, on the tromba, all day long. On the tromba, on the tromba, on the tromba, on the tromba, all day long. On the tromba.
Thanks everybody for joining us today. This has been Lunch Therapy. On the phone.
Boy, Slim!